Hello, and welcome back to a brand new episode of All the Mods 5. So, beginning every single episode, like the last one, I'm going to go over the things that I did in between episodes, and starting off with the, of course, most obvious one, I changed up the house a lot. Like I said, the house in the previous episode was really disgusting and horrible, and now it looks not really passable, but it looks more like a home than anything. It's not really finished, as you can tell by there being no second floor and no windows in the roof, but I will do slow upgrades to this house in between episodes. Another thing I did is I ended up grabbing my cat at the old base because the cat was sitting there and I kind of forgot about it. But no more, because I actually have, I think, yeah, 3 name tags that I can name you with. So I have 3 tries to name you something good with the 3 name tags that I found. Anyway, enchantment table. I also made one of these. This, even though it looks kind of weird, does give me the full level 30 enchants, which is really good. And I got this Silk Touch and Efficiency 4 pickaxe with it. Now, the second to last thing I did is outside here, where I made this this massive plot of Perdinium farmland, my bad, and these seeds on top of it. And I just slowly doubled the inferium seeds until I got all of the seeds that I needed. But I did that, and I also made these solar panels so I could power my machines inside. I made a nether portal. I did a lot, basically. The actually a cool thing is the nether portal links up with the old one, and so I didn't really have to do much of the like whole nether portal linking debacle that you usually have to do. Okay, so I did mention there was one last thing I wanted to show you, and it is this. I did this in between episodes, and it is kind of like a dug out area where where I'm gonna end up putting my lab so that things don't end up like the previous house and they don't end up just being outside and cluttered around a certain area. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot to that little area down there. It's gonna be a lot more than just stone by the end of the episode. And with the whole upgrading the base thing in mind, there is one other thing I want to do in this episode, and it's going to be started with a specific mod that we are going to get into here in just a second. Did I do this wrong? I think I might have. Do I need 4 blocks of iron? And then, okay, anvil... 3. Okay, no, it's fine. Alright, so we have our anvil, and then our name tag. There we go. We only need 1 for now. And now I need to decide a name for the cat. I don't know about you guys, but I think that is the perfect name for a cat. So I'm gonna leave Cool Cat there. Cool Cat, okay. Yeah, so our cat's name is Cool Cat. Anyway, with that horrible disaster being behind us, I want to actually start and explain to you guys what I want to do in this episode before we go ahead and work on the underground lab. And that is actually going to be capturing some bees from a beehive. And the actual reason that I want bees in the first place is I want to get into a mod called Buzzier Bees. And to do that, you need bees. So it overall makes sense, but in the Buzzier Bees mod, there is a bunch of good stuff. There is apples that you can make with honey, there is wax blocks, there's hive planks and stairs and bricks, and there's new like candles that are decorative, my bad, and doors and even honey boats. So and I also like bees. So overall, I think it will be a pretty fun mod to get into, and just the only thing we really need to do is find the bees. So I have spotted a bee up here. There's also one, yeah, down. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was gonna say I spotted a bee, but I don't know where the actual beehive is. But now that we've found the beehive, we can go ahead and throw the smoker underneath the beehive, and then with the bee inside of the beehive, which I don't really know where it is exactly. It's over here. Okay. Can you follow me, sir, here? I'm going to bring you a flower and lead you back to the beehive so that I can take you with me. Okay, so now that both of the bees are inside of the bee nest, you can go ahead and throw down a campfire underneath it so that the bees don't jump out and sting you and attack you. And then with a silk touch pickaxe, or anything silk touch, you can go ahead and break the beehive, and now you have a bee's nest with some bees inside that you can carry around and take wherever you need. So, now being home with your bees, I am going to make a temporary little enclosure area right here for the bees until I can get a lab set up underground for the actual bees where they can be automated and everything like that. But right now, what you want to do for the first thing is make a little bit of an airlock here so that whenever you open the door, the all of the bees inside won't come flooding out, and they'll just be in this area, and you can like coax them out with a flower or something like that. Now, the next part I'm gonna do is gonna be kind of tiny, but that is kind of the point because it is only a temporary place for them in the time being. It's not really gonna be rounded off or anything because there is a tree in the way, but you want to make a little bit of a space for them and some area where you can actually store the beehives and bee nests or whatever you have, and then put it a few blocks upwards so that they have some space to fly around, and then you can go ahead and close it off, put some flowers, put some lights, and then you will have yourself a bee's nest. Now, with everything that I talked about being placed down, like the flowers and the roof and the torches, you can place down the beehive with the campfire under it, and then the bees will come out, they'll get pollen, and then they'll come back in, and then eventually what you can do is you can make it so that you can automate the shearing process and like collection of bottle process, because that's what you do. Once the hive fills up with honey, you click on it with a shear to get honeycomb, or click on it with a bottle to get bottled honey, and then you use that to make all of these blocks and candles and stuff like that. But we shall do that in the lab. We're going to automate that in the lab, and we're just going to have bees coming out and pollinating and enjoying life for now. So, with our little bee enclosure being complete down there, we can go ahead and begin on the next thing that I want to do in this episode, and that is make this space look a lot better. And I'm going to do that right now. So, after a lot of work, we now have a fairly rectangular room with a fairly tall ceiling, but besides all of that, we have a box, and we're going to start building the lab inside of it. Now, to run you through my plans, I basically want to make like a four-way corridor right around this elevator right here. Oh, my bad. And then around that, each one is going to have like a hallway going down, and each hallway is going to be for a different not mod, but like a different group of mods. So I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs, get marble bricks and everything I need for the walls, and I will get started on the lab. Okay, so after a little bit of time here, this is what I have so far for the cross section of the actual lab. Now, I think this is pretty good. I have the kind of four directions, sorry, that I want to go in. Of course, this being the first one that I do. And I was thinking, stack it up a few more blocks higher, add in some like logs in the mix, and then add in like a checker kind of like support almost kind of thing at the top. I'll that was a weird gap. I'll show you guys that in a minute once I actually finish digging this part out and then putting it all in. Okay, so after a little bit of time and a little bit of redesign, I have come up with this design. Ooh, that was good. So yeah, overall, I think this is pretty good. I think I may extend the ceiling to be one higher because it does feel kind of low. And I may also add in that little corner bit of wood there, but I think this is a good design, and I'm gonna stick with this through most of the labs. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot. I wanted to see if the stripped wood log would look good, but it looks horrible. So goodbye. Why? No, 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 no. Why? Why did it get rid of everything? It was just Okay guys, so after tons and tons of work, we have first of all changed this room up a little bit. We've added this little bit of an indent into the ceiling, and I did raise up the ceiling a little bit also. The next thing that I did is I added this corridor out here and also this retina scanner so that I can enter into this part of the base with ease, and no one else can and no mobs can, which is good. So all I have to do is look at the actual scanner, and then it'll let me in and it will close behind itself. Now, the next thing that I'm trying to do here is figure out what type of glass would be good for the actual walls of the walls of what's going to be here. Now, I was thinking to just do regular glass. Thing is, it's kind of ugly, and going in like very large panels like this it just doesn't look good overall. So what I think I might do, if this already hasn't been added, is add the connected textures to the pack if it is updated, so that I can get this type of glass in here and I don't have to go through the process of getting the structural glass. Now, just to explain here, this part also in the center, this is going to be the room for mystical agriculture, and it's going to be basically like the thing we have upstairs where we just sit in the middle and click the watering can, and maybe just a little bit of light automation on the side here because there is this bit of space over here. But overall, it's going to be just the way to get seeds and essence very easily is to just sit in the center with a watering can and click. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get connected textures into the pack so that the glass doesn't look ugly, and I will meet you back here when I have either done it or I have failed. So yeah, it doesn't work. It's I think set for maybe 1.14 or maybe I think even 1.12, but it is yeah, it's definitely not working. And it's also set my skin to a Steve for some reason, which really does not make much sense, but I don't really care that much, so I think I'm just gonna keep it like that for a little bit. I did ask my friend who might be watching this video and who is definitely very well versed with mods to add in a little bit of code that makes it so the mod can run in 1.15. That really depends if it like goes off of 1.14 or if it goes off of 1.12. Because if it's off of 1.14, then it should be very easy. But if it's off of 1.12, then I don't think he'll be able to. But hopefully, you know, or Optifine mod creator could just please finish the please finish 1.15 Optifine. Either one. We are going to use crappy glass for now though, until we can get a better looking glass. Oh wow. Okay. So that's cool that these grew during the episode. Of course, not all of them. Some of them are not are close to being done, but are not done. But we can go ahead and just punch all of these down here, and we can go ahead and collect all of these seeds and the inferium that we got from that harvest, and then from there we can go ahead and just boom and just do that. Oh, we only got 20 perdinium from that. Okay, I guess we'll work with that then. This next cut's gonna be a bit weird because I didn't really have a clean place to stop, and the entire time I was just doing a bunch of boring crafting, so I'm just doing this instead. Yay! Boom! 45 perdinium farmland, which we can then go ahead and head downstairs into our kind of, well, not really finished, but like temporary-esque looking lab. The walls I just kind of wanted to throw up quickly so I could go ahead and place the farmland down. But I'm going to go ahead and place this dirt. And then where is the center here? I need to find it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so the center is right here. And go ahead and put water, and then just put perdinium all around that, just like that. And then around this, we can go ahead and just expand perdinium out in pretty much every single direction. Okay, so with all of our perdinium placed down here, we can go ahead and just set down our seeds inside of here, and just like that, boom. Now we have all of our seeds. We can go ahead and that, you know what, I feel like we did a lot of work today. This looks cool. Okay, I'm just imagining that like we come down here, a bunch of these hallways have like machines working in them. We look on this side and we have like all of our crops growing and like automatically being taken from there to there and stored inside of storage crates. Okay, this is about to be a really, really, really cool base. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. We did a lot in this episode. We got bees upstairs, which I think I need to go harvest the honeycomb from that again. And we got this like massive lab done, which we not really done, but we have the start of it done. And we also have this this room, which we need to finish up. We have our seeds, which are being grown at incredibly fast speeds. And then we also have our skin, which is currently broken, and I will fix in the next episode because I'm going to get rid of the mod. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video, and if y'all liked the video, then please give it a like, dislike if you disliked, subscribe because that is very awesome. I am Steve, and I am now gone. Goodbye. Go away. Yes. FBI, open up!